Hi all, my name's Tim Bamber. I'm the Member Education Coordinator here at the PGA. A warm welcome from the PGA Training Academy. We are joined today with Martin Crowder, the Head of Development from the Golf Foundation, and Paul Aitken, who is the Regional Development Officer in the West Midlands, who are going to talk to you about the Junior Golf Passport. They've run a series of workshops this year, and the idea of this webinar is really to offer those PGA professionals that haven't had a chance to attend a workshop, so it provides them with an alternative online resource. So Martin, Paul, thanks for joining us.
Thanks very much, Tim. Yeah, I really appreciate you giving us the opportunity to showcase the Junior Golf Passport to all your PGA pros today.
No problem, no problem. Well, I'll hand the mic over to you as such, and please fire away.
Thanks very much. Yeah, warm welcome everyone, and really pleased to be given us the opportunity to take you through the Junior Golf Passport through this webinar format. We've traditionally delivered this through face-to-face workshops, but we're conscious that we want to try and give PGA pros the best opportunity to hear about the resource and the recent changes we've made this year. And we hope through this webinar we can enlighten you with those changes and those upgrades that we've made, and give you an insight to how the program can be delivered. So we'd just like to talk with you about the agendas up on the screen, and just want to give you a brief introduction and the journey we've gone on with the Junior Golf Passport. We want to talk through the benefits, not only to you as a PGA pro, but the benefits to the club, the parents, and also the players as well. Go through the content of the passport and the key changes since we first brought it introduction in about 5 years ago, and following some research and some insight from PGA pros and children as well. The support and resources and the physical resources particularly, so what comes in your resource pack when you register with a Junior Golf Passport, and then through the ways you can deliver the program too. We have various ideas, but there's many ways you can deliver, suiting to your style, your facility, and the number of children you may have as well. So we want to take you through some ideas of how you deliver it too. And then lastly, just take you through the online section. So there's a coach's locker room and an online shop, and we'll take you through the resources that sit in that online section, and the other sort of peripheral benefits of being a Junior Golf Passport as well. So just moving on to the next slide on the updates. So there's lots of additional levels and content in the new Junior Golf Passport, and we've incorporated a stamp system, just like a passport when you go through border control, and we brought this sort of smiley face stamp system into the program to show when they complete each level of the passport. We now have a plastic wallet. That was a big bit of research or big bit of insight from PGA pros about keeping the booklet in top condition. It's in and out of the bag all the time. Obviously, different types of weather it's pulled out of, so it now comes with a sort of plastic booklet where the passport itself sits nice and snugly inside. And we also hope to add additional content where you can slide in the back of the passport to keep in that plastic wallet too. There's also some new skills testing for each discipline. That was a big element that was fed back to us around. There's lots of ideas around the processes of the Junior Golf Passport and working through sort of the teaching points and stance, posture, grip, those kind of elements, but actually skills testing and actually more objective skills testing we've now been included into the program too. And we wanted to make it very much based on rewarding the young people for their progression. So we've increased the number of certification that they get, the stickers, the resources, and in theory, each session, a child might be able to go away with something physical to recognise their progress in their Junior Golf Passport coaching journey, whether that be a sticker or a certificate or a wristband. There's a lot more giveaways and tangible giveaways that the pros can use to help showcase their progression of each child. And then we have redesigned the online platform as well. So there's an updated coach's locker room that still exists. Those who've used the Junior Golf Passport previously will remember that we had a child section online, but the feedback was that wasn't being used by children, and so we wanted to really focus on making the coaches locker room and the coaches login section really powerful resource and really useful resource for you to help you run your program each week. So we've updated that, and we've also included a Skills for Life medal as well. So that's new and something that we really push forward on in terms of what we're trying to achieve as a Golf Foundation. Those Skills for Life are very important and a big part of the Junior Golf Passport too. So I just wanted to touch on the benefits, and yeah, there's lots of benefits to be running the Junior Golf Passport. I'm running a learning program for young people, and we really feel around the sort of 4 prongs of the player, the parents, the coach, and the club are really integral to developing children's golf skills and hopefully making it a game for life for them and ultimately becoming junior golf members as well. So we want to ensure that the program sits at the heart of your coaching program and connects those 4 prongs. So we wanted to, we've got the support and we really appreciate the endorsement by the PGA as a national learning program, and we want it to be an exciting and vibrant way to deliver junior golf coaching. It's about games, it's learning through games and activities. Yes, it's there to be able to put your own spin on it, but we want it to be a very inclusive and very fun way to learn the game. It's very flexible to deliver. I think you can deliver it to multiple abilities in the same group with the skills testing and some of the challenges and the games and activities, and we're trying to progress it through the three learning areas of start, learn and play as well, covering all aspects of the game. Rewarding the kids to learn, as I alluded to earlier, there is lots of resources to give the children to track their progress as well through the physical passport too, and we want it to be the shop window to the junior coaching offer, and although you might not tick a box off in the passport every week, we want the passport to be used and alluded to each week to ensure that it's at the heart of everything that's being delivered as well. So just briefly on the 3 levels, those who've used the passport before may recognise this, and we've continued with the start, learn, play philosophy. I think the feedback was that works well. I think ultimately what the big change has been in the content of those 3 levels. So we've tried to add more content to make them more robust in terms of what we're asking the children to achieve in those 3 sections, and with the addition of the skills challenge as well, there's a lot more content. But ultimately through Start, we're looking to just give them that fun introduction to golf, lots of games, lots of activities. Access to the course as well is really important and a big part of the passport, and really just give them that great introduction that will keep them coming back. Moving into learning a little bit more, maybe technical instructions with some of the processes, working through grip, starts, posture, swing, and giving them a little bit more technical instruction to help them develop those areas. And play, although we talk about play and playing games quite generally across the passport and getting out on the course, but ultimately the play level is about becoming play ready and becoming ready for your first club membership, whether that be an affiliated membership or joining an academy, but ultimately still getting out on the course and being kind of a handicap ready to play golf and become a club member. So they're just kind of 3 levels, and they're quite well connected in terms of what we're asking in the tick boxes and the attributes that the young people need to show to complete those levels as well. So I'm just going to hand over to Paul to take you through the content of the actual physical passport itself now.
Hi everyone, my name's Paul Aikens. I'm the Regional Development Officer for the Golf Foundation of the West Midlands. Thanks for the introduction, Martin, to letting all of us know about the Junior Golf Passport and the purpose of it. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to run you guys through the content of the Junior Golf Passport, so in the booklet. So this would be the booklet that all of the juniors on your coaching program would get. And then also towards the end, what we're going to do is we're going to have a look at how you can run the program during your weekly sessions. So what we've got is the journey tracker. So this is the booklet that every junior would get that attends your junior coaching. What we've got is on the first page, we've got some information about what the journey tracker is, what the juniors and the parents can expect from the Junior Golf Passport program. Underneath on the second page, you'll see we've got the progress chart. So we've got start, learn and play, as Martin alluded alluded to. And
across the top of the progress chart, we have the 7 disciplines that are included within the Junior Golf Passport, and these are the different areas of golf that we see as being crucial and important for a junior to progress.
So we've got putting, short game, swing, on the course, fit for golf, prepare for golf, and skills for life. Now, as the children complete the skills tests and the processes within each of the disciplines, we'll start to see them accumulate smiley faces in this progress chart. We've then also got the tangible giveaways that Martin spoke about previously, with certificates covering all of the disciplines. And as you complete your way through, they will then earn a A4 larger certificate once they've completed, for example, all of Start, all of Learn, and all of Play. So the A4 certificates are for once they've completed a whole area.
The A5 certificates are for when a junior completes the processes or the skills tests within Start, Learn and Play in each of the 7 disciplines.
So as we start to dive into the booklet, what you'll start to notice is on the top page, you've got the processes, and then on the bottom page, you've got the skills tests. So what we'd look to see, or what we'd like to see completed, is when a junior completes the 4 targets or the 4 processes or each skills test, they would get a tick in the box. Once they've completed or got all of the 4 ticks, they would then get a stamp. And then we would look to see this happening for all of the areas. So putting, short game, swing, on the course, fit for golf. We've got some slight differences as we go through to skills for life and prepare for golf.
That is how the format is for those initial 5 areas.
We've then got the fit for golf.
So all of our Fit for Golf videos can be found on our YouTube channel, which is simply Junior Golf Passport.
These were videos that were filmed with Mark Bull, specifically looking at fundamental skills movements to help a child not only become fit for golf, but also become a better rounded athlete to help them with any sport that they're choosing to play in. So we've got the processes again on the top page as mentioned, and then underneath we've got the skills tests as well. How the pro tests for the skills tests can be done in different ways. It can be done at the end of a session. It can be done for a whole session in a particular week of coaching, or the child maybe has to do it at home and then provide evidence to the PGA Pro so that they can complete the skills test. Here you've got just a slide here just showing you about the channel. So it's actually you can just search for Junior Golf Passport on YouTube, and then you will see a comprehensive library there of demonstrations from Mark Bull showing some of the exercises that are beneficial for a junior to do to help them become fit for golf. We've then got the prepare for golf page. So this page is slightly different because there isn't any skills tests required for this. So what we've got on the top page is we've got the processes, so simple things that a junior can do to show that they're competent in being ready to go out onto the golf course. As you work your way through Start, Learn and Play, the processes and both the skills tests will progressively get harder. So what we're looking to see is that a junior is what you as the PGA Pro can show a junior and a parent is the more lessons that they're coming for, they're progressing and becoming a better golfer. They're being better within hitting shots around the green, hitting shots off of the tee, using irons and putting, but also their understanding of the game is becoming better as well. So they're then hopefully going to be competent enough to join the golf club as either an affiliated member or just a non-affiliated member at the golf club. So then what we've got down here on the bottom of Prepare for Golf is just a simple checklist, which, you know, these are things that we think are essential for a junior to have in a bag. And you've probably all been there as PGA Pros. You've taken some juniors out onto the golf course. They've got their bag, but for example, they might not have any golf balls in there, or they haven't got any tee pegs in there, or they haven't brought a drink with them. So we see this as just being a kind of an essential page, really, just to make sure that any junior has got everything that they need in their bag, and this is just a really great page as well for a for a non-parent, a non-golfing parent. Just for them, they might have bought the kids a set of clubs and a mini set, and they don't know what actually needs to go in there. So this is just a nice little page that a parent can look at as well, and you as the PGA Pro, or if you've got a junior organizer, can just make sure, say to the kids or the parents, we're going out onto the golf course today. When you turn up, you need to have all of the things as shown on the Prepare for Golf checklist page. We've also introduced some slight differences with the Skills for Life now, and in your pack, which you'll see in a minute, you get a Skills for Life medal in there. So again, at the top, we've got the processes. So these are things that we see as being essential for any junior, again, for them going through life, whether that be at school, in golf, or if they're moving on through into secondary school, whatever. These are things that we like to see juniors have. So at the top, again, you've got the processes. So when they demonstrate this to you a number of times, or as you see fit, you can award the tick boxes. And then at the bottom, we've got the Skills for Life medal stamp. So this bottom page is reprintable, so you'll be able to print this off from your coach's locker room once a junior's filled this up. But the idea is the Skills for Life medal that you have in your pack, we would like to see that given out at the end of a lesson. So that could be for a junior that's shown good honesty during the lesson. They might have behavioural issues, and for this particular lesson, they showed good behaviour, or they might have just hit the best shots during the lesson. They get awarded the Skills for Life medal. What they do with that medal is they keep that for the week, and then they have to bring it back at the next lesson. And then during the next lesson, you do it all again, and you award the medal to the either the same child or a different child. But what we would like to see is, as every junior wins that medal, they get, as you can see here, the date that they won it, and then a little smiley face stamped in there. And we would like to see a golf club award a prize after a junior has won that Skills for Life medal 8 times in a row. Now, what that prize looks like is totally up to you. It could be a chocolate bar, it could be a sleeve of golf balls, it could be a pack of teas, it could be anything. It's just to show that junior that they've won the medal 8 times, and this is a recognition from the golf club for winning it those 8 times. So that's something new that we've added into the passport this time, along with the skills testing. What we're going to look at now is just a couple of some of the new pages that you'll see. So the booklet that a junior receives is actually now increased in pages from the previous passport. So we've got some diagrams here. So we'd like to get juniors to learn all parts of the golf club, right down from every detail on the club face, all the way through to knowing about the shaft and the grip. The idea behind this is a junior can then start to understand where they're hitting the ball off the golf club, what ball flights that produces. But for you as the PGA professional, that could allow you to run some additional games. For example, doing games with the juniors based around strike. So, you've probably all done it before, but some foot spray on the face of the golf club, and the juniors can just hit some shots and they can see where they're hitting the ball off of the golf club. Some of them will obviously be hitting it off the leading edge, but once they hit one off of the sweet spot, that kind of look on the junior's face and seeing the ball fly is, it's something that's quite rewarding. So that's the idea behind this one. So you've got the iron on the top with the keys, and then on the bottom you've got the picture of the driver. Obviously, we've put the driver in there just to show the introduction of the crown. And then on that bottom page on the right, you've got the diagram of the full club. We've now introduced the ball flights. So with the PGA being a partner, we've got the PGA ball flights thrown in here, just to give juniors a bit more of an understanding, really, of kind of the shots that they're hitting, and the names for those shot shapes, and an understanding of curvature, or if you hit a straight shot, or if you hit a ball to the right and it goes straight and there's no curvature on it, what they are actually called. And again, the beauty of this is for pros is that these can be additional games that you can throw into your sessions. So it could be, for example, the junior hits their shot and they've got to call the ball flight. Or it could be before the junior hits the shot, you as the professional call the ball flight, and the juniors have got to do their best to try and hit that ball flight from hopefully the knowledge and the games that you've been playing with them and passed on to them. They then have the ability to be able to hit those ball flights. We've then got a yardage sheet. So the idea behind this was basically to give juniors an understanding. Again, you've probably all been there. You've taken some juniors out on the golf course. You know, the juniors 50 yards away from the green, and they, I don't know, you know, they're fairly competent at hitting the golf ball, and they pull out a 7-iron and they hit it miles over the green. The idea behind this page is for you to run either additional sessions, if any of you have got the capability or access to simulators, for juniors to then track how far they hit their shots. So this could be done as an additional charge. So thinking of extra income for yourself as a PGA professional, you might do gap testing already with your with maybe your adult members or your adult clients. Is there a possibility that you can do this with your juniors? And they simply just come into you for half an hour, 45 minutes. They work through their bag. Obviously, some juniors might not have all of the clubs listed here, so it could just be that they hit you know 5 drivers, 5 7-irons, and 5 pitching wedges, and they've got an average distance that they hit all of those golf clubs. So you could do that, like I've said, as an extra session, charging for that, or you could do that during a junior golf passport session. Entirely up to you, whatever works best for you, your facility, and your coaching diary. But the idea then from this would be for a junior to then go out and play a golf course at an appropriate length for them. So for example, let's say they hit driver 125 yards and they hit their 7-iron 50 yards. We would say that a par 4 for them ideally would be 175 yards long. So that would be an appropriate length hole for them. If they hit their 7-iron 50 yards, then we would say that a par 3 for them, they could potentially hit from 50 yards away. A par 5, you would just simply take the average distance of their driver, their 7-iron, and then their pitch and wedge. So they hit their driver 125 yards, they hit their 7-iron 50 yards, and they hit their pitch and wedge 25 yards. So an appropriate par 5 for them would be 200 yards. Again, both of these pages are reprintable. So if a junior has filled those all in, you can just go onto your coach's locker room, which we'll discuss later, and you can then reprint those pages off, and they can go into the back. It can go into the back of their passport in their new wallet. Also, this is great for you as the coach to demonstrate to parents, you know, that their child is improving. You know, you might look to do this every 6 months, you know, and if you're able to demonstrate that a junior's gone from hitting their driver 125 yards to 150 yards, that is tangible evidence that you could show to a parent and a junior to showing that their child is improving at golf. We've then introduced some new pages as well. So we've got some milestones in here. So these are just things that we would maybe, or you could potentially give to the juniors to do maybe away from the lessons. So just a kind of like a nice way for juniors to track key things that they've done for the first time within their journey within golf and on the Junior Golf Passport program. So we've just got some simple ones in there, like the date of their first golf lesson, when they first went on the golf course, when they had a par, a birdie, what their first handicap was, and the first club competition that they played on. On the top page on the right hand side, you'll see we've got when they became a member, and we've got a stamp in there. So we would like to see these juniors that are coming to your coaching, we would like to see as many of them as possible joining that golf club in whatever form of junior membership you offer at your golf club. So we've got that up in there. And then just on the bottom page for the milestones, we've just got then the opportunity to fill in their coach. What are the favorite things that they like about golf? So for you as a coach, that could be really interesting to find out what they enjoy about golf. And that might be a way that you can then plan your sessions more to make it more enjoyable for those juniors. Who their favorite golfer is. So maybe sending them away to watch some golf on the TV, you know, whether it be one of the golfing majors or same at a women's major, Solheim Cup, Ryder Cup. Get the juniors to go away, watch some golf on the TV or on YouTube, and jot down kind of who their favorite golfer is. So we've got those 2 milestone pages there. We've then got, on the next 2 pages, we've then got a glossary on the top page. So this could be for you to do again during your lesson. So just teaching the children about what a par is, a birdie, eagle, albatross, bogey, double bogey, and triple bogey. And then even perhaps just giving them a little test so that they're able to start to talk the golf lingo and have a better understanding about what golf is and kind of what we're looking to do when we're out there on the golf course. Then on the bottom page, obviously with the new rules introduced by the R&A and kind of the changes to the setup on the golf course and the areas, we've just got down there listed below a diagram of a golf hole showing the areas, but we've just thrown in a couple of extras just so juniors know what the rough is, fairway, so on and so forth. And then we've also just put in there about penalty areas. If there's a golf ball going towards you, what do you need to do? What do you need to shout? If you hit a golf ball towards somebody, a divot, how you need to replace your divot, and then just some scoring formats that you as the coach, we would like for you to be able to describe or explain to the children. But then also we see these as being formats that potentially the kids or your golf club, your junior organizer, those are some of the types of events that you could run with those juniors in your coaching to get them out playing on the golf course, get them the experience of being out on the golf course, and hopefully ultimately giving them a taster of what junior membership is at your golf club, which will hopefully prompt them or parents to take action and join the golf club as some form of member. On the last page, this is the final page of the physical resource as it comes in your welcome pack. So we've just got a parent page on there. Obviously, some of your juniors will be from parents who are members of the golf club, but if you're doing any outreach work, if you're working in schools, if you're working in any youth clubs, if you go to any summer fates, if you do any school games events, any school summer fates, if you do any junior coaching open days, there's a possibility that you're going to get parents bringing children that are non-golfing parents. So it's really important that we let parents know what they can do to help their child within their journey within golf. Remember, a parent being a non-golfing parent, they're going to be very oblivious to what happens at the golf club, or they might have a preconceived conception about the golf club or a golf facility. So this page is just kind of just some small ideas that they can do to help their child become more interested in golf, or maybe want to continue having lessons at the golf club. We've also then got on there just a bit where we would like to see you as the golf club write in or just print off some labels, just listing down there who the junior organizer is at the golf club, because if a parent's got any questions, whether that be about the lessons, being able to go out onto the golf course or membership, a parent can find the contact details nice and easily and can make contact and hopefully get any questions or worries that they've got answered. So that's the physical resource that the kids will get. What we're going to do now is we're just going to go through what you as the golf club would receive if you were to sign up to the Junior Golf Passport. So for those of you that have signed up already, you will have received this. If you haven't signed up already, you can just go to juniorgolfpassport.org, sign up, pay the yearly fee of £120, and this will be the first thing that you will receive through the post. So we're just going to go through and show you everything that you get in the pack. So you will get within that bag, you'll get 24 of the Junior Golf Passport booklets, which we've just been through. You'll get 24 of the wallets, the plastic wallets as well. So what we suggest you do is once you've received the resource pack, is get those passports, get the junior organizer's details or your details as the professional on the back of all of those passports and pop them into that plastic wallet. So then when you're junior coaching, your first Junior Golf Passport session happens, you can pass that straight on to the kids. You've got a games and activity pack, which includes 69 cards. So the games in the activity pack will have games covering putting, swing, short game, on the course, skills for life, and fit for golf. Obviously, along with the fit for golf, you've also got the additional YouTube videos, which we've spoken about already. All of these cards that you'll see are double-sided. They include information based on the skills tests that you can do, and also the games that you can run during the sessions. So straight away there, you've got a whole library of games that you can run. If you include those, the games that you maybe already do with the juniors, there's some more to add to your library. Plus, if you get the juniors to create any games, there's some additional games that you've got to your library as well. And then if you were to sign up to Colour Path Golf, which we'll discuss later, you'll then also get additional games as well. So before you know it, you've got an arsenal of golf games, of junior golf games that you can do covering all areas of golf. Next off, you'll get your skills cards tests. So these are cards based at juniors hitting different golf clubs, trying different ball positions, trying different width of stances, trying to hit different ball flights. So these are, again, really good cards just to run fun games on the golf course. For example, trying to get a junior to hit an 8-iron with a low ball flight, and then being instinctive about how they have to work out doing that, or you giving them hints and tips as to how they can hit that ball flight. So you've got the skills cards in there. You've got the Skills for Life medal in there as well, which we've spoken about. So we see that as being, you know, a weekly giveaway. Junior wins it, they bring it back the next week, and then you do it. The juniors battle it out again. You get your certificates. So we've spoken about, Martin spoke about at the start, we've now introduced more certificates, more giveaways for children to win. So you'll get 12 start A4 certificates, 8 learn A4 certificates, and 4 play A4 certificates. So those are the big ones. You'll then also get 24 well done A5 certificates. You'll then get the wristbands. So we've got red, yellow, and blue to indicate start, learn, and play. So those juniors, you'll give them a wristband. They wear that wristband. So if you're doing mixed ability coaching sessions, you know which kids are maybe at a more basic level, and then you've got those kids that are seen as being maybe further along the line. So then that can allow you to run, have different ability children, but in the same sessions. So the games and activity pack will have, each game will have information on how to do that session for a child who's on start, or doing that same game, but it's for a child who is maybe at the learn phase. So the wristbands are included. You've then also got the sticker sheets. So the sticker sheets, 5 sticker sheets in there. What we see the stickers being is just quick giveaways, just to give to a kid for, you know, you're doing a putting lesson, for example, they've held a putt from 25 foot out, just a quick sticker to give to them either during the session or at the end of the session, for them to have. You know, they might want to stick it somewhere on their passport or on their golf bag or on the fridge at home or on their wall, just something just to recognise that they've done a good shot. And then finally, within the bag, you'll receive the stamper. So there on the bottom right of your screen, the smiley face stamper for you to do as a child completes each area of the passport. They get their stamp for completing that. What we've got next is looking at how you can deliver the program. So as Martin spoke about previously, there's no wrong or right way to do the program, to run your junior golf passport program, okay? What you can see here is we've got 6 weeks, 8 weeks, 10 weeks. These are common themes that we see from golf clubs, golf professionals, and these are golf professionals at municipals, proprietary owned and private members golf clubs. And these tend to be what they do. So they will run either 6-week programs, 8-week programs,
or 10-week programs. And again, in all of these weeks, we would look for there to be some form of the junior golf passport being used in those sessions.
They aren't necessarily getting a tick box for every week, but the passport booklet is being looked at and they are learning something from it. So they might not get a tick box, for example. They might not tick a box, but they've learned 2 parts of the golf club. So they've learned about the sweet spot on the toe of the golf club from the diagram page within the passport. But just for example, I won't go through all of the weeks and what they look like. They're up on the screen for you to read there. So if you want to pause the webinar now, you can pause and have a read through them. But for 6 weeks, you know, we would look at the first one. The first week is you're doing start and you're looking at the processes within putting. So in their passport on the top page of putting, we're looking at some of those processes there. So, and the 2 games that we might do would be dominoes and around the bend. So those 2 games you can find on your activity cards, which come in your junior golf passport bag that you will receive when the golf club sign up to the passport. Week 2 might be start again, but this time you're looking at short game. So you're looking at chipping, pitching, bunker play, lob shots, and you're going to do the 2 games which are runway and pitch perfect. Again, those 2 games can be found in your activity cards. Week 3 might be start, and this time we're looking at the processes within swing. So in their passport, we're on the swing page, and again, we're just doing the stuff on the top pages, and we're going to do the 2 games which are called back to front and down the middle. Week 4 might be the opportunity for them to put everything that they've learned in the first 3 weeks and get them out on the golf course playing. So the card that you would use for that would be get out and play, and they're trying to achieve some of the tick boxes that are in their passport on the on-course section. Week 5 would be the start, and then we're looking at skills tests. So week 5 might be a skills testing week. So there isn't necessarily any coaching going on. It's just you as the pro before the lesson starts. You're setting up those skills tests, and the juniors or the kids that are coming for the coaching have got to do those skills tests for your hour lesson. And then if they complete those skills tests, they would then get a tick box on the bottom page in the relevant section. So either in either putting, short game, swing on the course. And then week 6, for example, might be a catch-up week. So it's the opportunity, if a junior has missed one of those sessions, it is an opportunity for them to come and catch up on, let's say they missed week 3. It's the opportunity for them to come, and you're going to do a recap of some of the stuff that you did in week 3 of the lesson. So the beauty of that is a parent or a junior, just because they can't attend a lesson because they're away on holiday or they're at a friend's birthday party, they can still have the chance or the opportunity to see what was learned in week 3. Next up, what we've got is how you can deliver the program. So like I mentioned, there's no wrong or right way to do it, okay? But this might be an activity that you might want to do by yourself, or if there's a group of you, if you've got a few professionals at your facility, or have a chat with your junior organizer or within junior volunteers at your golf club, because we would like to see them get involved with your junior coaching. Now that might not be on a weekly basis, that might be, you know, they come to the junior coaching once a month, but just take the time, or, you know, get in contact with your local regional development officer to discuss with them about what your coaching program looks like, because we can help you, we can provide you with ideas, we can provide you with best practice. But take the time now, again, pause the webinar, take the time to have a look at what your junior coaching is. Are you doing a weekly roll up? You know, is that the best way to get juniors, parents bringing the kids to the golf club for their golf lesson on a regular basis? Is that going to work throughout the year? You know, when you're doing roll up, it's cold or it's wet outside at the start of December. If you're just doing roll up coaching, is a parent likely to bring their kid on that day? So have a look at what your coaching block looks like. Next is look at, you're doing your junior coaching. What are your objectives from that lesson that you're doing with those juniors? Then also overall, what do you want to achieve from your junior coaching? You know, yes, you want to have juniors coming for coaching, but do you want to have a certain number of juniors coming for coaching? Do you want a certain number of hours of junior coaching happening at your facility? And how many of those do we want progressing through onto the golf course or into a form of junior membership? Look to include both processes and skills tests within your lessons, or you can have, you know, the first half of the session might be process stuff, the second half of the lesson might be doing skills testing. So look to include either one or both of those aspects within your lessons. Warm-up activity. Include a warm-up activity from the Fit for Golf section within the Junior Golf Passport, or any other games or ideas that you have. Because what you'll find is if you include a warm-up activity, that'll really get the juniors going, but that'll also help to break down an hour. If you're struggling to fill an hour lesson of junior coaching, try throwing in a 5 or a 10-minute warm-up game. Have a look around on the internet, YouTube, use the Junior Golf Passport as well to find junior warm-up games that you can do. Make sure also at the end of the lesson that you leave time to do any plenary. So plenary might be, for example, ticking any tick boxes in the Junior Golf Passport, doing any stamping, giving away any stickers, the Skills for Life medal, and as a whole, giving out any certificates and updating their Junior Golf Passport. Now, again, plenary might be each week just giving out the Skills for Life and medal and stickers. You might look to give the certificates out at the end of, let's say, a 6-week block. So the last lesson of a 6-week block, you have your junior organizer or the men's captain or the lady captain or the club captain. Maybe somebody comes to that session and they award the juniors with the certificates at the end of that block of coaching. And the bullet point there, obviously, don't forget to award the Skills for Life medal. If you don't, I'm sure the juniors will tell you each and every week that they want to know who has won the medal. A good thing to do with the medal as well is get the kids to take it into school, get them to talk about it, you know, with family or their friends, because you never know where a new potential junior could come from. So as well as it being a recognition for the child doing well, it can also be a really good tool for you as a professional to potentially recruit new juniors to join your coaching. And obviously they're just at the bottom, as we've alluded to, the Junior Golf Passport doesn't have to be ticked every week, but we would like to see it out and about within the junior session every week so the kids can use it to learn more additional information about golf.
Thanks, Paul. I'm going to take through the game activities, which Paul discussed in the 6-week coaching program. So these are the game cards that come in the resource pack that will enable you to deliver the processes, as you'll see on the objectives on the screen on the right hand side for this particular game of dominoes, but also some cards have the skills testing as well, which will be on the left hand side in the next game, as you'll see on the short game for highs and lows. So the game card can be used to deliver against multiple abilities. So we talked about you could have brothers or sisters in the same group that might be different ages, different abilities, but siblings coming at the same time might benefit that parent. So it's key to be able to be adaptable and diversify your session to enable to cater for those different abilities as well. So the game card is almost like a bit of a lesson plan, if you like, if you want to go down the game card specific route. What Paul was talking about in the coaching program, so the 8-week program, you might look at short game and look at the processes on these cards and look at the skills test, but you might want to use your own game or a slightly different game. We're just giving you some ideas. So as I said, we're not being prescriptive, but we want to give you ideas that if you want to follow a scheme of work or structure, you can use the game cards to do that, but you can put your own spin on some of these, and we've just given you some good examples there. So what does the program mean to you as a coach? So ultimately, hopefully you can see that it's nice and flexible and it will fit your own style. As I say, we don't want to be prescriptive. You guys are experts in your field. You can develop your own scheme of works and lesson plans, but we're hopefully giving you lots of ideas and lots of signposts into the games, the activities, the skill cards, the elements that we have on the coaches locker room and our YouTube library as well, to give you lots of ideas and stimulate new ideas that you have yourself as well. Hopefully you'll see it's suitable for mixed ability groups, and the game cards really show how each of those games can meet the objectives of the different areas of start, learn and play. Adaptable to your facility, you'll all have, different facilities, ranges, covered ranges, practice grounds, simulators, putting green, not a putting green. So we hope that the games and activities will be able to fit what you have and the time you have as well to deliver the Junior Golf Passport on your junior coaching program. And I think it's really key to build that fundamental movement skills, create a great base to build a golf swing on. And we feel by developing those fundamental movement skills as part of the golf program will also help their development as a junior and also their golfing skills as well. And I think the key thing is it enables you to really connect with parents and volunteers. That's such a key attribute to this program, because ultimately, particularly the age group this is aimed at, sort of 8 to 12, 7 to 12-year-olds maybe, that the parents will be vital in young people and children coming to golf coaching. I think if you can influence and show parents what a great time their kids are having playing golf, then ultimately they will keep coming. And obviously they obviously would be the person who pays for their coaching as well. But I think it's really important to engage the parents, show that progression, and ultimately they keep those kids playing in golf and becoming members too. So what does this mean to your players? Hopefully lots of early success. They'll get in lots of shots, lots of game-based, game-orientated activities, and they'll get lots of rewards, so stickers, certificates, wristbands, and getting those early incentives to ultimately keep them coming back. Hopefully increases their competence as not only golfers, but also their skills for life, which we've really pushed as well through the upgrades to this resource as well. But we ultimately want to get kids ready for their first handicap, their first club membership, and that takes them right from possibly their first swing of a tri-golf club in a school session, introducing them into the club environment, and we can take them through that journey through the Junior Golf Passport Start, Learn and Play. Hopefully increase motivation and retention, as I said, with the resources and the tangible giveaways, and we'll keep them engaged and motivated, keep them wanting to come back, even talk about golf with their friends, as Paul talked about through the Skills for Life model, and even seek it out at home, have that conversation with parents at home as well. We don't just want golf to be discussed at the golf club. We want it to be sort of broader than that and part of things that they might discuss and do at home as well. And I said, obviously, opportunities to practice outside lessons as part of that conversation with families as well. But you can use the game cards. They come on a laminate, on a kind of a ring binder. And if you were doing a session, or you can leave them out on the pro shop on the counter, and you can say if you want to come down anytime in the week, maybe after school with a parent, you could take one of those cards and maybe practice those skills tests. So all the resources that are in the black JG Junior Golf Passport bag are all in your coach's locker room, which we'll look at too in a second. But you can hand those out, and kids can practice outside of your coaching lessons as well quite easily. And hopefully it's fun and active. If that's the key thing, we need to make golf fun. If golf is fun, they'll keep coming back. And we feel that through the games approach, not only to the processes but the skills testing, that the kids will really enjoy it and keep participating as well. So in summary, I've kind of alluded to a lot of these points already, but very much a comprehensive program, creates regular play. Want to focus on the individual progression, but through that skills testing is really have that objective measure of how they're improving as well. We talked about the yardage chart as well, another tangible measure of measuring their improvement as well. So there's lots of ways we want to see the objective improvement as well as the kind of process, which is more subjective from a coaching point of view. There's an element of competition through the skills testing, and I think I touched on the previous slide about the importance of using the Junior Golf Passport to bring players, parents and the coach and the club together to make sure that it's part of your junior offer as you help introduce more young people and keep them in the game. And it's there to track performance and progression, and there also are some online elements as well that we'll take you through very shortly too. But it's to support you as a coach with ideas for a scheme of work for a delivery program that will fit your facility and your teaching style. As a benefit of the Junior Golf Passport user, we want to work with multiple partners and agencies to show the benefit of being a Junior Golf Passport user as well. We've teamed up with ColourPath Golf, and we wanted to enable Junior Golf Passport users to access additional content or additional resources to help them deliver the program. We met with ColourPath Golf, John and Kevin from the guys who have been really enthusiastic about developing junior golf, and their system is there to, what I feel is really help with the processes of the Junior Golf Passport, but they've also developed resources to help with the skills testing as well. So just want to show you an introductory video to ColourPath Golf and how that supports the delivery of the Junior Golf Passport as well.
Hi everyone, we're ColourPath Golf and we're delighted to be involved with the Golf Foundation as a delivery partner to the Junior Golf Passport programme.
We've got some great drills, fun games and some skills tests that you can work through with your students using the ColourPath Golf concept in conjunction with the Junior Golf Passport programme.
So if you just signed up with the Golf Foundation, you would have received one of these, the new Junior Golf Passport pack, full of resources, wristbands, the stamp, the game cards, and the new Junior Golf Passport tracker. And Kevin, what does this complement nicely with?
Well, we've just created a nice ebook for you to complement the ColourPath Golf learning concept, which you can integrate with the Junior Golf Passport program. Lots of drills, skills and games that you can work through to add to the enjoyment of your students. So here we have one of our fun drills. We call this backball putting, all about speed control, so ties in nicely with your Junior Golf Passport. Get one of those stamps in your book. Idea, hit the first putt nice and solid, hit the backboard, drop it in. Second putt, just drop it in without touching the backboard, and then repeat that process as you work back through the line, helping you to get good speed with your putting. So here we have an example of one of our skills tests. This one's called hole reducer. You've simply got a 3 ruler width gap between the 2 yellow rulers. The objective is to sink each putt without touching the sides of the 2 yellow rulers as you work your way back through the line, and then you can get one of those magical stamps in your book. So here we have a nice example of one of our fun games. This one's called tennis. It's all about having that perfect control with the putting speed, where you just putt the ball as John's just done here, so it just travels over the yellow net line and finishes in the green scoring zone. Fun game played between 2 players playing against each other. So John, we've shown everyone there a few ways they can use their ColourPath Golf kit in conjunction with the Junior Golf Passport programme.
Absolutely, yeah. We've got more ways that you can use ColourPath Golf through our ebook. And if you'd like to find out more how you could use ColourPath Golf in conjunction with Junior Golf Passport programme, please reach out to your Regional Development Officer and they'll be happy to help you.
Lastly, I want to discuss is the Junior Golf Passport website. So not only do you register here, but this is also your online portal too. So you'll find the website at the top of the page, and that's easy to search for. And you'll see different tabs there on the website about the program. We also have a list of workshops, case studies, which will support the things that we've gone through this webinar on, and also the contact details of your local regional development officer or your officers in Scotland and Wales too. We can also register here. So you'll see down in the bottom left corner under the coaches section, it says not registered yet, click here. And that's where you'll go through the registration process. Once you've registered, you'll then go through to a locker room that you'll see as one of your sections online. And this is where you'll have all the physical resources in your black Junior Golf Passport bag. They're all printable, they're all PDFs, and you can save these locally to your laptop as well, or to your iPad, and you can utilize them quite quickly and quite easily if you need to print out or bring them up on the screen to show the kids as part of the lesson introduction, or maybe as part of the plenary as well. So all the resources are there for you. I talked about how you can maybe print some of those out to leave on the shop counter, and the kids can have a go at some of the skills testing outside the lessons as well. But some of the other elements like the yardage chart, the skills for life page as well, they can be printed and inserted into the back of the Junior Golf Passport inside their wallet as well. We also hope to keep refreshing the passport as well. We at the Golf Foundation are constantly looking at new ideas, and there'll be new uploads to the coaches' locker room of new printable elements that could go into the back of the passport. It could be some more resources for you as a coach to help with the recruitment of young people onto your program, or elements of how you can go about working with schools to recruit young people, or how you can retain them into a membership and develop that pathway too. So when you sign up, you'll get sort of emails from the Golf Foundation to let you know that new elements have been added to the locker room, and yeah, we'll keep that fresh and updated and make you aware of that too. There's also some guidance documents and some sort of delivery tool documents as well, just help with sort of registration forms. There's PDFs there, like a pull-up banner if you wanted that as a point of sale, and sort of marketing ideas as well to help you grow your Junior Golf Passport program as well. These are some of the resources that are in the locker room. So the posters, the flyers, and also a registration form. The registration form is probably something you may have already, but if you're starting from scratch, then you can get the key details of the child, the parents, emergency contact details, those sort of things, and then just some themed Junior Golf Passport leaflets as well. We're saying we've got the PDF set up, but it could be an A4 or it could be a book bag flyer A5 version. You can leave in some schools or community groups that you can promote your coaching through as well. And then just kind of last section on the online element is the shop. So we've upgraded this to reflect the additional elements that we've included in the program. So those of you who maybe used a Junior Golf Passport before, it was just kind of certificates, passports and wristbands, but obviously there's a lot more in the pack now in terms of the certificates, the marketing pack as well. So that point of sale pack that I just alluded to on the previous slide, stickers, additional stamper, the wallets, and also additional Skills for Life medals as well, as you may want more than one medal. You may have multiple Junior Golf Passport groups and want a medal for each group that you deliver to. So there is the ability to go online, go onto the shop and purchase additional resources as well that might be additional to your registration fee. The registration fee, as Paul mentioned earlier, is £120 for a 12-month license. You get your free black Junior Golf Passport bag and resources as part of your first year, and then it's an ongoing subscription of which you'll pay £120, and we'll give you a top-up pack each year, which you'll see is worth £60 in the shop anyway, but that enables you to run the program and gives you the license to run it for 12 months as well. So last slide really, I just wanted to re-emphasize the website of where you go to learn more about the Junior Golf Passport, and obviously that home page where we've just looked through, but also where to register as well. There's further information at the Golf Foundation website as well, and particularly the Regional Development Officer contact details if you have any more questions. But hopefully if there's any elements you can go back to, particularly around how you deliver the program slide, the 6, 8, 10 week program, might be worth looking at that, pausing the webinar there and just thinking about how you might deliver the program. But the whole team at the Golf Foundation are on hand. If you have any questions at all, we'd look forward to speaking to you, and hopefully you found the webinar enlightening, and if we can be of any further assistance, then please drop us a line. But yeah, just want to thank you for your time and tuning in, and thank Tim and everyone at the PGA to give us this opportunity to take you through the updates that we've made to the program.
That's great. Thanks both. Thanks ever so much for your time. That's really, it's really interesting. Excellent to see the amount of work that's gone into the passport to benefit juniors and PGA Pros to delivering it. So yeah, credit to yourselves. Well done for that.
Thank you.
In terms of any future workshops, are there any ones that PGA Pros could potentially get involved with, or are they kind of fit over with now, and this is kind of the best resource to use? Or
this is, yeah, I hope this resource will complement what we plan to deliver over the autumn and winter, certainly during 2019. So we're going live hopefully in the next couple of weeks, and we'll support what will have some physical face-to-face workshops as well. We appreciate PGA Pro time is golden, and that's why we wanted the webinar to sort of support the physical workshop. But I understand that, you know, being at a physical workshop and having that face-to-face dialogue is really worthwhile. So there'll be a number of workshops that will take place across the country that the regional development officers will be running, and they'll be listed on the website as well. So it'll be two elements really. There will be a face-to-face workshop, but the backup, I guess, is the webinar as well, for those who may not be able to make the physical workshop too. But yeah, so two elements to the training offer.
Yeah, that's great. That's excellent. Yeah, hopefully those of you who've listened have found that useful. We'd encourage you to sign up if you haven't done so already. And yeah, it's great work you're doing, guys. So you know, credit to yourselves. And yeah, all the best with future developments, and we'll certainly support where we can. So
excellent. Yeah,
perfect.
great. Thank you very much, Tim. And yeah, thanks everyone for listening.